Hello, welcome to Tabletop CP. Today we're continuing with the Scottish Corridor and a battle called An Encounter at Valtru.
Mother dear, I'm writing you from somewhere in France, hoping this finds you well. Sergeant says I'm doing fine, a soldier and a heart. Here's a song that we all sing.
Alright, so before we start with the briefing for tonight's game, I just want to mention a couple things real quick. You may have noticed I've got a nice shiny new logo for the channel, which is awesome. And my friend Ben over at Wargames Creative has done that for me. He does all sort of gaming related graphic design, so Facebook group, cover pages, event flyers, any sort of gaming related graphics design stuff you need. Go check out Ben over at Wargames Creative. I also want to mention my Facebook group, Tabletop CP. If you're looking to get a behind the scenes look at what's going on here, or you want to post some of your own hobby progress, you got questions, you just want to chat about gaming, go ahead and head over there and sign up for the Tabletop CP Facebook group. And that's about it, so I'll go ahead and we'll get started on the briefing for tonight's game. Alright, so tonight's game is going to be Battle 2, An Encounter at Valtru. This time we're going to be with Kampfgruppe Weidinger hitting the western edge of the salient. So this is going to be using the rules for Scenario 1 in the rulebook, the patrol. The only difference is we're going to be both deploying along our short edges. Andre will be on this side. I'll be on the other side with 3 patrol markers each, or possibly 4. I'll have to double check that. But that differs from the the main rulebook. It's a kind of a random patrol marker deployment. So the objective of this is to just drive your opponent off the board by dropping his force morale to 0 or having him withdraw voluntarily. We're both going to have 16 points of support in this one, which is a lot. And that's pretty much it for just the basics of the battle. So I'm going to go ahead and just quickly recap what happened last battle. So if you watched last battle, you know that I crushed Andre. The Germans rolled them up. British stood no chance against the experienced Germans. And that was Kampfgruppe Frey, First Lieutenant Adolf Kramer. He did really good. They didn't lose any men. They lost 1 man wounded, but he'll be returning next battle. The CO's opinion was at +1, and the men's opinion's at +2. Now Andre, on the other hand, his CO's opinion's at -1, and his men's opinion's at -3, which means a -1 on his force morale roll. And I'm also getting a -1 on my force morale roll for, well, actually that's only for Kruger. He's retiring. His outlook is a -1. So, but that's not going to affect this game because this is a totally different unit. So this is Kampfgruppe Weidinger. So that's a recap of last game. And now I will just go over the forces real quick. So on this side we have Lieutenant Heinz Kramer of Kampfgruppe Weidinger. Same setup. It's going to be the same for all the battles really. So Lieutenant Kramer, I got 3 squads led by a junior leader. Each squad consists of a LMG team, 3-man crew, and riflemen. And that's really it. There's no much changes. Getting 16 support points, so there's going to be a lot of support rolling in for both sides really. So we'll go see what the British are bringing. Here we have the 7th Seaford Highlanders. They'll be moving into Valtru at the same time as the Kampfgruppe Weidinger. So your basic 1944 British setup. You got 2 senior leaders, lieutenant with pistol, platoon sergeant with submachine gun. Got 3 squads led by a corporal. Each has a Sten, 3-man Bren team, 6-man rifle team. We've got a 2-inch mortar team and a Piat team. And that's what they're rolling with. And they're also going to have 16 support points, so it's going to get bloody pretty quick, I have a feeling. Look at the board real quick and just go over some terrain. So here's the board for tonight. Very dense terrain. These buildings are a little big. I think this gap on this side is supposed to be a little bit bigger, but with these large 28mm buildings, they take up a lot of space. So to get all the buildings as is dictated in the description, it took up more space than I wanted, but it is what it is. So as you can see, there's going to be a lot of close quarters fighting. Andre will be starting on this side. He's going to have to cross this open ground. I'm going to be starting on this side, so I'm going to have some cover immediately, and I'm closer to the town as well. So the patrol phase is going to be very important for Andre tonight. Well, for both of us, it's always important, but I think Andre is going to really have to move up fast to get a toehold in the town. I'm starting closer, so I should be having an easier time of it. Plus, I can always deploy in the field if need be. He's going to have open ground, so he's going to either be making it up to the trees or he's going to be deploying on his edge. I think he'll be fine. He should be able to get a couple patrol markers up here. So, terrain-wise, same deal. Hedges are not impervious or impenetrable. But you can only see within 2 inches of them. All the buildings are going to be hard cover. The big walls are major obstacles. And the fields are, you get soft cover if you are stationary. We got orchard here. Got orchard there, 6-inch visibility in the orchards and soft cover as well. The river is nothing, just for looks, a little stream. And the road obviously is where the tanks are going to deploy, should there be any. And that's about it. These little trees here are just kind of scenery, but I guess if you can get behind them, you'll get some soft cover as well. So that's it for the terrain. So we'll go ahead and we'll do our patrol phase, pick our support. We'll do the planning again, and then we'll get started with tonight's game. Patrol phase now complete. So go over the jump off point placement. So I wound up with one there in the orchard, another one there in the wheat field, and my other one wound up way over there in that wheat field. Andre is he's only got one forward one, and that's that there just in the creek. And then he wound up with 2 back here along his back edge. So that's the patrol phase. We've both picked our support. We've rolled our force morale, same as last time. Andre got 10, I got 9, and we've now we will go over our plans. So we'll go over our support and just a quick rundown of what we plan to do, and then we'll go back at the end and see if we were anywhere even close to that. So we'll do that right now. So Lieutenant Kramer, we're going to go over his plan. So first, my support. So I brought a grenadier squad. I brought an MG42 on tripod. I brought a senior leader, flamethrower team, a medic, and 1 entrenchment for 1 team. So I had 1 point left over. I thought maybe 1 entrenchment might come in handy, so I brought 1. And I think what I'll do, the only place he's got a forward jump off point is over here. So I'll probably put that team and entrenchment off of this one and cover this area. A lot of the stuff I'm going to go off of this jump off point and try and get in some of these buildings and get some MG42s up in those windows covering back here. And then over there we'll see, I might deploy a squad over there in the wheat field just to cover that edge of the board. We'll see how it plays out. But for now, my main ones are going to be these 2 here. I was surprised Andre put both of his jump off points, 2 of them back here, and only 1 up here, so this leads me to believe that he's got a 6-pounder, assuming that I brought some armor, and he's going to want to deploy it covering this road. I did not bring armor, so I'm outsmarting, or trying to outsmart Andre. So if he comes rolling in with a Firefly or a Sherman or a Churchill, I'll just have to hide from it and hope he gets close enough with his Panzerfaust 30s. So basically, I guess my plan, get in the windows, cover this area, put an MG42, maybe the tripod MG42 over here to cover this whole flank in hard cover. Actually, that's a pretty good use for it. Because if I just use 1 squad, only 1 team is going to be able to be in hard cover. But if I put the MG42 in it, the entire team will be in hard cover. So the objective is just to drive the enemy off the field. Last game I did that very well. I didn't even have to complete the actual objective. I just hosed them with machine guns and that was that. So my plan is to get some hardcover in the buildings and just do the same thing. So I doubt my luck's going to be as good as it was last game, and he's going to roll as bad as he did. So I'll probably wind up taking some casualties this time. I don't know how many I will take. If it gets too bad for me, I will obviously just withdraw. I don't want to lose too much, but I also really don't want to give him the initiative for the next battle. So we'll see. It's how it all plays out. So get in the buildings, getting some hardcover, and just pour it on with the MG42 fire. Ignore the tank, or tanks if he brings two, and hide out behind these walls. And if he gets bold and drives the tank down the road, I'll have a couple Panzerfausts for him. So that's really my only plan. And we'll go ahead and see what Andre's going to do.
And here we are with the British. So for my support, I've got a Sherman. I also took a 2-inch mortar, so I'll have 2 of those. I have 3 entrenchments and a 6-pounder. So my basic plan here is to not do what I did last time. So one of the difficulties I have with this game is I enjoy playing a mobile strategic attack formation, and I'm kind of at odds with what's going to work well versus what I enjoy doing. And my compromise for this game is I got some defensive weaponry, and I'm going to try and use my infantry troops off of this forward jump off point to try and get lines of attack and sight where I'm able to sight in and get shots onto the Germans without taking the full return fire of the MMGs. To do that, I'll be utilizing all this terrain, plus I have the 2 2-inch mortars, which will be strategically placing smoke to block line of sight. One of the entrenchments will be for the 6-pounder, which will come back in here and is going to be able to cover that building's upper stories, hit that building, and I can place it so that it covers most of the road but not in direct line of the road, so I won't take a shot from his tank when it first comes in. That'll allow me to pound Travis if he tries to get up into those buildings. And basically really just trying to use the smoke and trying to get better shots on him than he's able to get back on me. So mostly that's going to mean trying to protect my infantry and hold them up. I'll probably bring a group of infantry in back here to help absorb hits off of the gun and the mortar to share hits, and with those in hard cover I think I'll be in decent shape there. So we'll see, but keeping a little bit of the mobility with 2 of my infantry groups, and mostly just trying to pound him with the heavy artillery, and we'll see. It's going to kind of depend on how he's moving around out there, but really just trying to utilize the HE to better effect, because going up against his MMG, or his machine guns, is just really rough.
Alright, so there's our plans. And Andre has the higher force morale, so he gets to go first. First phase. A German roll, a lot of 4s.
Oh my.
And a 1 and a 3. Andre brought in a section there off the jump off point in the creek with a 3, and then with the 1 he brought in his Piat. No, Piat. That's the Piat.
Mortar team.
Okay, he wants the mortar team.
Hey.
Green base.
Well, tell me those don't look similar.
They do. These are horrible models, the old plastic British. I would love for them to come out with some new new plastic British, like they've come out with all the new German and American. So anyway, that's phase 1. We'll go on to the German phase. So a lone 6 and a 5, that gives me 2 points, and then a 1, a 2, and a 1.
You can bring on.
So Andre has no pregame barrage or close support barrage, which is good news for me. That was kind of one of the things I was really dreading, especially trying to get through that close support barrage. But anyway, I brought in a MG42 and entrenchment there, and they have line of sight all the way down to the edge, so they're covering this whole area. And then my one of my other support point was a extra squad, and there it is off that jump off point coming in behind the building. And that's it for Germans with British phase. One, 3, 3, 4, and a 5.
Ooh, that's one of these, isn't it?
Yep.
I keep thinking it's 6s.
No. With the 2 3s, you moved the 1 squad over the hedge and got part of them into the building. He also brought another section in. With the 4, he brought a senior leader in. And finally, with the 1, he just kind of scooched the 2-inch mortar over towards the hedge a bit.
Decided I liked a different position than where they should have come in the first time.
Yeah, that would have been... If I could have gotten that building earlier, I could have hosed them. So that's it for the British phase. Now we'll go into the German phase. Double phase. No, but 2 more chain of command dice. So I'm up to 4 already. And I'm up at the 2, a 3, and a 4, which is pretty good. The 2, I moved that squad in. They got about, well, they're all in this room. Some of them partly up the stairs. I brought in another squad with the 3, put them on Overwatch. I brought in my extra senior leader for 2 support points, and put the machine gun on Overwatch. So now we go to the British phase.
Whoa!
Whoa, man. 4 5s. You caught up to me.
That was pretty wild.
Yeah, oh, I actually got 5 now.
I was going to say, I'm getting totally hosed on the...
You got a 4.
On the chain of command dice. And a 4.
So with his lone 4, Andre ordered the squad to finish going in the building. They all made it, and then he ordered the other squad over the hedge. Careful to stay 2 inches from the edge, so, well, it's obvious as to the reason. Don't want to get lit up, right, Andre? So, move on to the German phase. Double phase. And a bunch of 1s. 3 1s. Alright, 3 1s, all I could do. I made a 3, I moved them up. They only went 5, unfortunately. I was hoping to get up to the hedge, but didn't happen. So I'll move the second of the double phase. Not another double phase, but not bad. 1, 2, 2, 3. So I was at
3 shots with...
So I moved that squad up. I brought another squad in here. Put them on Overwatch. They're covering down the road in the front of that building that the squad, British squad are in. These guys moved up 1d6. I made it to the hedge. The 2 machine guns did. Everyone else is behind it, so we're going to say the machine guns get they get no cover from the machine guns, but they get cover from everyone else. So we've been moving up with half, cutting my dice in half. I still got quite a bit of dice, 11 dice at half effect. So we'll do the machine guns first. So needing 4s. So 3 hits. So 3 hits with no cover, Andre. And split them up. I guess you can split them up to those guys. No, they have to go to the guys that are in the worst cover first. But you can split them up. Put 2 on the Bren and 1 on the rifle team.
It's all rifle team.
Oh.
The Bren's inside.
Okay, then just roll everything on them then. So 2 shock. And then these are for the guys shooting from a little bit past the hedge. 1 hit. Another shock. So just 3 shock out of all that. Not as good as I was hoping. Yeah, so that is it for the that's it for my phase. Now go back to the British. I'm sticking my neck out a little bit by moving up that far.
I see that.
Oh god. Double phase.
Phase.
No.
And 2 of them are without cover.
Yeah, how do you know it's those 2? No. Okay. He's going to fire...
I mean, these 2 are up against, right?
Hold on. So he's going to... He came out with this Bren. and he's going to use the 2 and the 1 to make a 3, and then they're going to fire on them. So 2 hits, 1 dead. Okay, keep going. And then 1 hit.
Wow.
So this is cover. So 1 dead and a shock. See if it's the leader. No. So 1 dead and a shock, and then you get another phase. So that's pretty good. And he's already got a full chain of command dice. And the start of another one. So you wind up with 1, 1, 2, 4. So before we do anything else, he's going to order, the senior leader is going to order the squad to fire. So he's getting 20 dice with all the SMGs and everything. So let's go over here where we got more room here. You can move those cows if you want. So 2 shots without cover. So 1 hit. Alright. Hold on 1 second. Let me grab some dice here. I'm going to need them. Let me just roll that one separate since... Another dead. Oh boy. Now I'm falling back into my old ways. So okay, keep going. So these will get light cover.
So 5s and 6s?
4 5s and 6s.
4s, 5s, and 6s.
Yeah. Close range. So you get obviously a lot more hits.
Still only 4. You got off really
That's
light.
6.
Okay.
I mean, I could take 4.
You still got off really light.
Okay.
That was a crappy roll.
I gotta split them up. So I got 1 dead already. So on this squad here, or this team, 1 shock, and the other team on the right, nothing. But let me check my leader from the kill earlier. Oh, shit. So he's taken a wound and he's down 1 command initiative. So I didn't actually lose a man, but I did take a wound. I roll a bad thing. 3. Junior leader wounded on a 3 is a -1. And he's got more stuff to do. Alright, so this squad leader has ordered this squad to come out. So he's got himself, 3 riflemen, and the Bren. We'll say he could fire through there.
Okay.
And, okay, so...
1 shot, no cover.
1 shot. You're really milking this no cover thing.
I'm trying.
2 hits. Alright, so on the left... Another dead.
Oh!
Oh god, it's one of those nights. It's one of those nights. Not the leader, though. So this squad is hurting. That double phase really hosed me big time.
I just said that just before you said that.
What's that?
The double phase really hosed me.
Hosed me?
Your double phase hosed me. Caught me out.
Yeah, and I wish, yeah, but I didn't take advantage of it. So I lost 2 guys. Let's just take that dude out.
Well, you've been okay if I hadn't double phased you right back.
Yes, okay, so now you're going to throw some grenades, right?
Yeah, so I've got...
2 grenades with him.
Well, he's got 2 grenades, right?
Well, he used 1 of his commands already, so
he's got a grenade.
he's got 2 commands left, so he can throw 2 grenades.
Okay, so refresh me on grenades.
All right, hold on, we'll go over it.
Not me.
All right. We found he can't throw grenade too close. You have to be over 4 inches. So he's going to use he used the 2 commands from the senior leader to remove the 2 shock, and with the 1 he's going to drop some HE over here. So 2 HE. You get 2. Needing 5 plus. So 1 hit in the open. We'll put it on this squad here, or this team. Another 6. Holy crap! What the hell's going on here? It's not the leader though. Man, I've rolled 4 6s over here already. Oh, not that many hits. Just like you were rolling last game.
Machine guns there.
Still got my machine guns.
And a half a liter.
And a half a liter.
He's half the man he used to be.
Yeah, he definitely is. Alright, I need to get those boys out of there ASAP. Double phase would have been nice, but I can't believe you're beating me on chain of command dice. I guess when you roll 4 5s in 1 phase, it'll give you a quick boost, but anyway, I can do a lot with this. Alright, so I'm going to, well, he's going to interrupt, but I was going to move these guys back. But we'll let him do his shooting first. I'm going to grab my dice.
Okay, the little ones are the no cover.
Okay.
So 1 no cover hit.
So,
Really?
this guy's here. Another dead. I can't believe this. And then what?
And 4s.
Yeah.
Man, only 4 more hits.
It doesn't matter. Look at how many guys I've already lost.
Well, so long as you keep rolling
So,
6s, I guess
2 here.
you got a point.
Okay, finally nothing. And then 2 over here. So a shock over there. And that's that. Did I roll my leader yet?
No.
I think I did. Oh, God. Oh, he's dead. So leader kill. Wow, this is just... And a 6.
That's got to be 2.
Yes. Unit leader kill -2. So -2 for that. But I didn't lose anyone.
Nope.
But I guess I can't move now. Because I can't order them to do anything, right? So I've just
except
been...
on a 2, right?
No. So they're screwed then.
You can't order them on a 2?
Well, I could. Yeah, I guess technically I haven't done anything yet. I only got 2 shock. I've lost almost an entire squad. 5 guys. And taken 2 shock. That is unbelievable. Alright, I'm withdrawing. Actually, I'm not. That was a bad idea. Actually, it wasn't that bad of an idea.
It wasn't a bad idea. You got hosed with the double shock and
So,
the
yeah,
chain of command dice.
I have to move them back. So I'm going to move them back with 2d6 -2 for the 2 shock. Alright, so what's that?
5 inches.
Okay,
No, 4 inches.
So they barely made it. They're in trouble here. But I brought another squad in with the 2. And with the 4, I'm going to use machine gewehr, and I'm going to fire the MG42 into this squad here. So everyone's getting light cover. So I'm getting 20 shots from the squad. Actually, I'll do the machine gun first. So 13 shots using all his command initiatives for machine gewehr. So 4s. So that was this 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. Hold on, I gotta split them up here. So you got, actually they're all going onto the rifles because that's the only people I can see. Yeah, so all 6 hits on the rifles.
Which is kind of bizarre because they're all one giant group in there, but it's the rules.
This always happens. We always wind up with, we have a huge board and we always wind up like in this little tiny area trying to squeeze around. So
ouch!
Well, luckily you're in soft cover.
Yeah, 1 dead, 3 shock.
Yep, check your leader. No, close. I really got to get some weights in these trees, man. Alright, so next is the other squad. So it's, I'll do 16 first. So that's not bad. Is that 2, 4, 6, 8 hits? And I'll do 4 more. So 10 hits. So these guys I can actually see more of. So I can see this squad and this squad. So you can split up all the hits between these 2 teams here.
Okay.
So which one are you doing first?
Let's do the back group first. They're coming for you, Travis.
3 shock, yeah. Yeah, Santa Claus just comes around every year on this night in his fire truck. So it sounds like there's a freaking something going on, but it's just it's just Santa Claus rolling.
That's
3
how
shock.
Santa Claus rolls.
Yeah.
So 3 shock on them.
Yep, and then 5 on the other guys. Dead and 1 shock. Just check your leader. Come on, leader, die. Nope. So put a bunch of shock out.
Bunch of shock.
So that'll help a little bit.
7 shock.
So that was 4, a 2, and a 2. So I'm done. So we'll go on to the British phase. Alright, so I'm down to 8 on my force morale already. No, I should be at 7 because I left -2. So that's not a, what the,
That's the one I had left over.
Okay. Here, why don't we switch it out with this one then? So I was like, what the hell, you rolled 6 command dice now?
I'm up to 2.
Okay.
And a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Nice.
Small straight.
That squad that was over here, they all moved back into the building. The senior leader took all the shock off, and Andre was debating what to do. He decided to try to make it back over the hedge, and he moved 1. So 3 guys made it. The rest of the squad didn't. But before he did that, he fired the mortar at these guys.
Yep.
Okay. One hit. Oh God.
Oh, baby.
6. No. Nothing. So that's that.
Even with, or it's just a +1 on cover, isn't it?
It's a -1 on cover to me,
but that doesn't matter.
Yeah. So that's everything,
Still
right?
a whiff. Yep.
All right, German phase. Okay.
Wow.
Finally, I got my chain of command dice. I got a couple 4s and a 3. All right, so I put those guys on watch in the building. Brought my last senior leader in, Lieutenant Kramer, and he ordered these guys that were in the wheat field to move up to him. Over here, these guys moved back from up here, and then with the other 4, this well, that's what the senior leader did. He ordered them back. He put this team on Overwatch, and the MG42 on tripod on Overwatch. And I'm going to use a chain of command dice, and I'm going to I'm going to ambush with my flamethrower team. I was just able to get within 6 out of 6 inch range of them, but within 2 of the hedge, so I can see through. So this will use my chain of command dice to ambush with the flamethrower targeting them. So needing 4s. Come on, baby. Pretty good. Alright, so that's 3, 6, 7 hits. So we'll figure this out. Hold on, we'll come right back. So we can just see, this is one squad. So we got a rifle team here, Bren team here. So hold on. So this ignores all cover. So I'm going to put 4 on the Bren team.
Okay.
So that's 1 dead and 2 shock because it doubles shock. Rifle team. So a dead and 2 shock. So check your leader. No. So each team takes 1 dead and 2 shock each. And my ambush is over, so these guys are just going to melt away back into the orchard.
And
not as effective as
I
wanted, but well, I had to take the chance, take the shot while I had it. So that is it for the German phase. Okay, well, I'm still wondering where all your support is, Andre, because you haven't brought.
I'm wondering where your support is too.
Well, I've done quite a bit.
Double phase.
Double phase. All right then.
With a 4, a 1, and a 2. Double phase.
So we have armor. Armor has been sighted. Well, actually I can't see it, but I can hear it. And then he took a shock off of every team with a senior leader over here since everyone's out of line of sight. So Sherman just come in, so now it's time for the next phase. Of the
Not much of a double phase, but oh, we needed another double phase, but
no, not get greedy here.
Not getting greedy.
And a bunch of 4s. You could take more shock off. Can't move the tank though.
It's double phase.
Yeah. The most ineffective double phase in chain of command history.
Not entirely true.
We've had worse.
We've had worse, but definitely didn't push the initiative there. Oh, sure. Try and tie me on command dice.
Oh, and by the way, I'm down to 6, not 7. I've lost 3 already. So I'm down to 6 and he's at 10 still.
You're only at 2?
Huh?
Chain of command dice?
Yeah, because I used one for that ambush.
Oh, so you were starting from 0.
I had 1.
You just got 2.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm at 3.
Quit cheating.
Thanks, Andre.
No cheating, Travis. It's in the rules.
1, a 2, and a 4. Over here, I just ordered the other squad, or the other team, to go on Overwatch with the rest of the guys. The 2 MG42 teams that were part of that squad that got lit up earlier are back here now, thanks to the senior leader. And then over here, this senior leader ordered this squad. They got a double 6 on their move, so they're swinging around, you know, this side, and the senior leader is going to go with them. So give them something to think about over here a little bit. So that is it for the German phase. Double phases, Andre.
Yes, sir. But,
Nice.
but I'm going to activate some senior leader.
That is the most epic senior leader role of all time. Well, at least you could bring in your last senior leader if you wanted to.
Multiple times.
So with the mountain of 4s, Andre tried to get that squad over the hedge. They almost made it. They're still trying, but anyway, that was all he did. So we'll move on to the German phase. Come on, double phase. I got a double phase and 2 5s, so I'm up to 5. Of course, the hell am I going to do? I'm in the same boat you are. I got nothing to do either. And a 4. So I don't know, I guess I don't learn, but I moved this squad. We're moving back to the hedge with a new squad. What's the definition of insanity again? What is it? Knowing something don't work, but you keep doing it?
I think the classic definition is doing the same thing expecting different results.
Yes. I do expect different results, so I guess I'm insane. So now we will go back. Oh, another phase. Holy. Look at that.
A chain of command die.
Yeah, and then some. So I'm at 6 plus 2 more. And then I got a 1 and a 4. Alright, so I moved up the squad. I also used my chain of command dice to bring this flamethrower back again. But first I'll fire with the 2 machine guns, so half shots, so they're only getting 8 shots. They're the only units within 2 inches of the hedge. So we're just going to fire on these guys in the courtyard here. 2 hits. So 2 hits, Andre.
2 hits, soft cover.
Yep.
Ooh. 1 dead.
1 dead. Check your leader. No. No leader. So the flamethrower is going to target, I guess, the guys in the building. So 12 dice, needing force. Come on. No, it's not as bad as I thought it was at first. Still not that great, but 5 hits, so you can spread them. So do 3 on the guys on the building. The Bren team.
3 on the Bren, 2 on the rifles. So these guys aren't getting hit.
Yeah, they can get hit too, but I want to.
Well, then I got 4 teams here.
Well, these guys, I'm just hitting the guys kind of along the front of the building here. The rifle team's back. So the Bren team is up in the window. So I'll hit them, and then you can, so 3 on them, 2 on them.
Okay.
Come on, do some damage. Ooh, 2 dead and 2 shock on the Bren team.
Ouch.
And 2 shock on this Bren team. Yeah, that's a Bren team, isn't it?
Yeah.
So 2 dead. Check your leader. Damn.
Wow. I'm thinking it was time.
They're hiding.
I thought that was going to be a leader. He's right up there in the window, too.
So 2 dead Bren guys.
So and both my support dudes for the Bren are out.
Yeah, so you're just down to a Bren. So you're actually going to, unless you reorganize the squad, you're going to lose some shots with them. And yeah, that's it. So they're going to melt away again. So they get 1 more shot. You only get 3 shots with the flamethrower.
That's all?
Yeah. That's all. Well, I could have a couple more if you want. But anyway, that's it. I'll go to the British phase. Another double. We're rolling them up.
Well, you hit me with the double phase, I hit you back with the double phase. Isn't that how it works?
This is exactly the same way at the beginning. Remember, I moved the squad up?
Yep.
And then you roll the double phase.
Okay, there's my chain of command dice.
Of course, this time you're a lot worse off than you were the first time.
This is true.
So yeah, double phase, and you wound up with what, 2 3s and
2
a full
3s.
chain of command dice now. So the Sherman moved up, and then these guys are moving around the corner. I could swear that we've been here before. It's like deja vu.
But you're insane. So
didn't we just leave this party?
Except I didn't have a tank rolling in last time.
I'm not worried about the tank.
You're not worried about my shooting either.
Well, problem is you've been rolling like crap, but man, my save roll has been worse.
2 hits? Okay, 2 dead.
2 dead. Yeah, well, I wouldn't doubt it. So this team here.
He's good.
Nothing? Okay, the other team? Nothing. I needed that because you got another phase coming.
Yep.
So I'm going to really take the shooting this time. So we'll go straight into it here. That's just not another double phase. That would have been the end of that squad.
Yeah.
Can't afford to lose 2 squads. Man, this is funny because it's like exactly the same thing. Exactly. I moved the squad up, you got a double phase. I moved the squad back up, you got another double phase. Wow.
Alright.
Alright, so what are we doing? What do you got?
The tanks.
1, 2, 2, 4.
4.
Alright, we'll let Andre do his moves and we'll come back and resolve any shooting. Alright, so this squad came out. Tank moved up. These guys came out of the building. And everyone's gonna fire, or not the tank, but everyone else is gonna fire on these guys. So literally the exact same thing that happened earlier in the game. So 2 hits. And some nice
light cover.
This squad here, or this team. There's another 6. Are we? Man, didn't we just do this?
Pretty much.
So shock on the team on the right. A dead guy in the team on the left. It's not the leader, thankfully. This is just, yeah, I can't believe it. You know, if you didn't get that double phase, I could have maybe really done something. So twice now. Twice now you got me with the double phase.
Well, you got me with the double phase first.
I don't remember doing a whole lot with my double phase.
That was your choice. Ooh.
All right,
that's
what do you got?
That's a lot of rending hits.
How many hits did you get?
A shitload. That was
10?
a Travis roll. Needing 4s.
4s.
4, 6, 8, 10, 11.
11. Soft cover though. So,
but
so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 5. So these are going this guy there. Oh God, 2 dead, 2 shock, another dead. Okay, at least I didn't take another. So check the leader. It's not the leader. Man, but these guys, it's unbelievable, man. How similar this is to what happened earlier. So that's 2 dead out of there, a dead out of here, and another shock. Is there a shock over here? 2 shock, 3 shock? No, I only rolled 5 dice, right?
I don't remember.
It was 5.
I don't remember 3 shock. I thought it was like 1 shock.
No, it is 3 shock. Whew, man, I just got hosed, man. Those damn double phases, damn you. Holy crap. Okay, so another squad destroyed in the same exact fashion as the first squad. That is, I've never seen that before. Literally the same exact thing 2 times in a row. Yeah, so I don't even know if there's any point in going on really anymore. Might as well just cut my losses and bail, because the more casualties I take, you know, my casualties, they stay with me.
Yeah.
You get a fresh platoon every time, so it doesn't matter. But if I just stay here, you're still at 10. I haven't dropped you a single force morale yet. Even though I've actually been doing some damage, but I can't get you to roll a bad thing.
Yeah, I've got 6 casualties.
Yeah. And I've got 8 casualties. Let me think about it. I might just bail. Let me think if I want to do that or not. Okay, well, I decided to make a withdrawal to save my forces. The main reason I chose to do that is because I haven't even dented Andre's force morale yet. And I have to get him to 0 or make him withdraw voluntarily, which he will never do as long as he has a fresh platoon every game. So really, I'm already at 6 force morale, he's still at 10. So really, what the hell am I going to do?
Well,
I have no...
And as we were just discussing off camera, I still have a fresh squad off table Plus, he hadn't seen. He knows what it is now, but I had what 7 points, 8, 9. I had 10 points of support that he had.
Yeah,
never
he didn't
saw
bring
the
anything
tables.
in.
So,
the only thing he brought in for support was one Sherman at the end. It never did anything.
So I had a whole nother wave that was going to be coming in. So yeah.
There's no way. Yeah, I couldn't have done it. Well, really, I mean, obviously it all came down to this side, and the 2 rushes I made both met with a double phase, and both times I just got lit up. I mean, what are the chances of that? That was just a, wrath of the gods against me, I guess. But like I was saying, it was just unreal that I thought, there's no way in hell the exact same thing could happen. But it did. So in order to just preserve forces, I just said, okay, I'm out. So we just ran off the board. We're going to preserve what we have. So in the end, I lost 4 men killed in action. 2 men are wounded in action, going to miss the next game, and 2 are going to return. My men's opinion for this platoon has dropped 3 to -3, so I'm at -1 force morale. The next time Kramer hits the field. Kramer himself went from happy to content. I'm not sure why. He's either one of those at this point. And the CO was not pleased with Kramer's effort, so his opinion dropped, but he's now at 0, so no effect there. Andre's CO is at 0. His men's opinion went up to a -2, so he lost the -1 on his force morale roll. So he'll be rolling full dice value next time. And his personal opinion is relaxed. This is a relaxing game for Andre.
Yeah.
Not for me.
So I'm curious, how did what was your initial plan, and how did that play out for you?
Well, this was kind of my plan. I was going to get in these buildings and just kind of, but I realize now that this was probably the wrong side because I can't see anything. I could see this. If I was over in that other building, I could see more, but you never brought anything. So I was just going to lay down fire on everything this way, and then I was going to cover this with the machine gun. And once I saw you start piling up over here, I decided I was going to change my plan a little bit, and I thought I could overwhelm you. I mean, with a MG42 and 2 squads with 2 MG42s, should be a no-brainer. But and then the 2 flamethrowers, and yet after all that, there's still like 2 pretty much full squads here, which is pretty wild to me. And then I lost 8 dudes total in the game. Just bad rolling.
A lot of bad rolling, yeah.
Bad rolling. So it's just like you were rolling last game. Same exact thing. You were rolling the same way last time. Just losing guys left and right. But it doesn't matter to you. It matters to me, though.
I was pretty sure you were going to try and hold these buildings. And I was planning to bring my 6-pounder in right in here.
Well, I knew that. As soon as you just insisted on, well, not insisted. As soon as you said, I want to move my jump-off point, I knew, okay, well, there's only one reason to bring a jump-off point in.
Back there, yeah.
In a game like this.
But I was going to put the 6-pounder back here with this squad to absorb the shock.
Right. That's a good plan.
3 entrenchments, so all in heavy cover.
And rake those buildings.
And rake the buildings. And then the Sherman, I wasn't sure. I was sure you were going to have some armor.
And that's another part of my plan that I got right, because I knew that you would think that I would. So I thought, okay, you know what? I'm not going to bring any. Let him waste all his on tanks and then I tank guns, and then I'll just hide in the village behind the walls or in here, and then wipe you out.
It was a good call on your part, and but you know, it just never came down to even needing to bring that in to try and whittle you, blast you in the building.
Yeah, after I did my plan video, I was thinking about that. It's like, I could be in that building, but I knew you were going to bring a 6-pounder, and I thought, well, then I would probably just weather it. Because it's what, 6 HE? I mean, you'd maybe hit 3 of those, and I'd be in soft cover due to the HE effect on the hard cover.
It was going to be a slow attrition thing.
I thought I could weather it.
But I knew with my heavy cover,
Did you bought an entrenchment for the gun too?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I thought you figured you would put it there because you wanted to aim down the road.
Well, I also knew I wasn't going to cover the entire road, but I was going to get out a line of sight so when your tank came in, you wouldn't be able to fire on me the first turn.
Yeah. The tank that never was.
The tank that was, well, and that was the other, this guy sitting on the road for 2 phases.
And then you brought him in so late. Why didn't you bring him in, or you were waiting for my tank? So
I was waiting for your tank, not realizing you, yeah.
it sounds like the plan I had was, I mean, you were falling right into my trap.
I fell into your trap.
But I couldn't make it work for me. You kind of reacted exactly how I thought you would, but I just couldn't execute when it came down, and just the 2 double phases over here that you got.
Yeah. Well,
that hosed me up big time.
The other thing I was talking about on my plan was to try and use the cover on this side of the board, because there was so much cover, to limit the amount of machine gun fire I was taking and to try and whittle down your forces, which played out because of the double phases. But it played out a lot faster than either of us ever would have expected to.
Well, that's just the dice gods intervened twice in this game, big time, and even if the first one hurt, but I still had 2 MG42 teams. I thought, okay, I got you whittled down. There's no way you're going to withstand all this firepower. I got 2 flamethrower shot, and they're still there. It's like, wow, this is a lot different than last game, that's for sure. But
well, having the 2 squads together, being able to spread some shock around, having the senior leader with them,
that all helps.
I was able to keep the shock under control, and just didn't take enough casualties. Where I was able to remove shock, you couldn't resurrect your dead dudes.
Right. And I was relying on that flamethrower to really pour on the shock, because it doubles shock. And I thought, okay, I could get like 6 shock on a team, and
that
never happened.
The first time you did okay, but you weren't able to follow it up.
Right. Yeah, it was just crazy. It was wild. You never even brought anything in. You brought the Sherman, but didn't ever do anything. Well, you never needed to.
I mean, I was saving those guys to support the 6-pounder because I didn't want it sitting alone, but I could have brought another full squad around this side. I mean,
I thought you would. I thought you were going to do that at one point. When actually that second double phase, I thought you were going to bring in another squad. And then I really would have been in trouble.
Well, and I really thought just having the Sherman swinging around, but sitting back on the road for 2 turns, he never saw the game.
Well, when I saw that, if I would have continued, I was going to just run that direction. And I was going to jump these guys over the wall and just get out of the way.
Which, if you started moving, then I could have brought the 6-pounder in to...
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Well, I wouldn't have moved past the edge of the building. I would have just kind of hung out here, and your Sherman would have to... I had a Panzerfaust. If you came around the corner, I could have maybe got you.
Hiding behind the building would have been challenging for me with all the
you couldn't have done anything,
yeah.
Well, that was my whole plan, was if you didn't get a double phase, I was going to move up and shoot and then run over there on my next phase. But then it's like the second double phase that you got, that I was like, well, there goes that plan. It's going to be a repeat of last time. And I used all my interrupts. If I had a chain of command dice, I could have ran off.
Yeah.
And that's I guess a good learning thing is, if you're going to do something like this, keep one of those in your pocket.
Make sure you got a backup plan in case things go south. Yeah.
If they go south, like the enemy rolls the double phase and you're stuck out in the open, at least you could try to run out. So.
Well, and you got a little bit hamstrung with those bad rolls on your bad things, because your force morale started crashing early, and that's tough to deal with, because you get down below 7 and you're on the edge.
You're teetering, yeah.
And you got to be so careful with your forces at that point.
I think if I could have had you down around 7 or 6, and all those bad things or all the leader rolls, I probably would have hung around. But you're still on 10. There's no point in me even bothering to continue now.
Well, I can expose these guys. I don't have to worry about my senior leader getting taken out, and
you don't have to worry about anything.
You know,
that's what's really hard about. I mean, the Germans in that very first campaign we did, that 29 Let's Go, when you were the Americans and you had a fresh platoon every time.
Yep.
And I had one platoon, I think, in that one to last the whole thing. And I was like, how the hell am I supposed to do this? But having 4 platoons is nice, but I still don't want to just bleed one out completely. So yeah, withdrawal and move on to the next game. So next game Andre will have the initiative, so he'll have a choice to attack either end of the ladder, or he can reinforce one map with a entrenchment, barbed wire, or roadblock. And then I would, I guess, continue attacking. So, but anyways, a good game. I'll tell you, Andre, I was thinking about taking it easy on you. Which I kind of did, because I didn't bring the Flampanzer, which
you didn't.
I was going to bring, but kind of it wasn't always all taken easy on you. But I knew that you would. I knew there was this road. I knew I had to deploy the Flampanzer near the road. I actually could have put them out of line of sight of the road. That's what I should have done. If I brought it, I would have put it over here and just drove it around here. Well, that would have made a big difference. Hey, Flampanzer. Yeah.
That would have made it play well. I was also looking in the rule book too, because I was trying to figure out, okay, if I've got this 6-pounder, can I deploy it and actually get it over here so I can cover when you bring your armor up this side?
You could have. I think, yeah, you can move them.
Yeah, I discard the lower dice on a 6-pounder, so...
Yeah, plus you could have deployed 6 inches, so you would have started over here somewhere.
Yeah, so I could have gotten down this open alleyway to...
Yeah, that would have been a problem.
I honestly wasn't, I honestly thought that the battle was going to mostly center here, and I didn't see this happening. I thought most of it was going to happen out in the center of the board, but we just got stacked up on this side, and
I got defeated by 2 squads of British infantry against 2 squads of Panzer Grenadiers and an MG42 on a tripod.
yeah, it's pretty wild.
That is, you're not going to see that very often.
No.
But that's the dice gods.
Well, we're having some wild swings in this campaign. That's
no,
for
it's
sure.
good. It's good. We want to. We don't want a steamroll. We want a challenging campaign. So, anyway, that's it for this one. So next week. Well, by then Andre will decide what he wants to do, either counterattack or reinforce one of the maps.
And I honestly don't have a clue at this point.
So we'll let him think about it this week. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you liked it, and we'll see you next week.